Hey there, fellow Factorians. Owners here with another episode of Rampant Realm, and well, we are entering a new phase. Well, not really, but we've got turrets Mark II, which are very, very powerful, and we've got some more attacks over here that we should upgrade to turrets Mark II. But this episode, what I want to do is I want to get some serious green circuit production happening, and to do that, this is a bit of a problem. This is a bit of a problem. Now, I did have the note. Yes, this is not quite as good as it could be, is it? So yes, I think it was Namia, maybe again, someone. I think it was Namia said yes that our copper, we put in all those miners, and we don't have enough smelters to actually use them. So let's upgrade that straight away so we get more than half a belt out of here. All right, these guys in, and then we'll get the inserters in. There we go. All right, we can even get a better power pole arrangement, which will be nice. There, and there, and there, and there. If we actually had inserters in there, then that would actually do something, wouldn't it? These are. I wish there was a way to, and if there is, do let me know. If there's a way to reduce the opacity of the ghosts, just knock them down a notch, especially when they're in the power cloud, the blue power cloud. Just makes it look, yeah. It's difficult for old fogies like me with bad eyesight to do these. All right, yes. So this is our copper. Our copper isn't too bad, but we've only got one lane. And we're using most of it. Certainly, this tiny little bit of green is using a lot of it. So what we're looking at is this copper mine here, and possibly expanding our iron production down here. So to do that, we're going to need a bunch more miners, and I could just keep handcrafting them, but that's it's chump talk, isn't it? At this point in our lives, we should actually be creating miners like this. All right, so let's do that. And in fact, this is actually a really easy one because all we need is that, and we can do that as well. There we go. All right. And that should, well, it won't, because you need to be over there. That'll get these miners going, and we'll make like 200 miners. And only because I'm wanting to do this sooner rather than later, we'll put fast inserters there. In fact, I'm just gonna do that so that this actually happens in a speed where we can do it. Okay. Now, how are we going for turrets Mark II? Turrets Mark II, we need some more steel. All right, let's go down the bus. We'll grab some steel. What I should do as well is I really should get a box, capturing some steel, so that we can. And we're out of red circuits. A box capturing some steel, so we're ready for 1,000 steel. 1,000 steel to. Fine, look at this. Copper's going nowhere, isn't it? Yeah, 1,000 steel to do the things that we need. All right, the things that we need. There we go. Not bad. All right. Oh, and that's right. While I'm running around like a madman, Power pointed out that we do have production of gun turrets automated, which we no longer need. We no longer need to be automating these turrets. So let's take out this stuff. There we go. All right. This stuff is still good. We've got a good amount of ammo, but we're just about to place down some more turrets, so let's grab some more ammo for that. And let's go over here and pop down some Mark II turrets in some convenient locations. All right, robotics is finished, so we can now get construction robots, and that will be nice. I'm not sure what we're going to do with them just yet, but personal roboport actually is what we're going to do with them. So I'm out of room. All right, let's pop down one of these here then, and you can have some of that. All right, and we'll pop another one here, and give you some more of that. run through here. I think if we just pop one on kind of either side of this little section here is pretty good. We'll just give you half a thing, and I think here we'll just we'll do something like that. And here we'll pop down a couple of turrets here. All right. There we go. They actually outrange, or almost. Yeah, they're just creeping in. This seems to be the area that's getting the most action, so I'll leave the other areas alone. All right. How are we going with miners? During this, we've got 55 miners. There we go. See, that's the power of automation. So, what are we doing? What is our plan here with getting more copper in? Because copper is a problem if we want to be making more green circuits, which we certainly do. We have maxed out this landfill, but we'll actually we'll put this back into landfill only because we're kind of not using this at all now, are we? This stone is cut off, I think. Cut off, or oh no, we are still bringing it in. The issue being that we've just totally backed up on. We're not using stone here. You know what? I'm actually going to put an input priority here on the right. So we'll prioritize this one. This stone here will get made into landfill because this is not going to be enough landfill to do what we want, is it? It's not going to be enough landfill to get to the copper. So if this is not enough landfill to get to the copper, let's focus on bringing in another belt or two of iron. If we can get one belt of iron and 1.5 belts of copper, that's a full belt, a full belt of green circuits, which will be a good start. Where are we going next on things? Bullet damage is certainly a good contender. Do we already get incendiary weapons? No, we did not. Well, that is. I think that's got to be it, hasn't it? I think that's going to be a huge upgrade for us. Gun turret damage is 1,000. 1,000. It does give us 40% though, which is pretty nice. Full robot count, not really important. Refined flammables, that could go really nicely now that we're getting incendiary weapons as well. We haven't really used flamethrowers, I've got to say, yes, and so there was a power. Power's got a plan on the previous one where let's jump out of here, bringing the copper here down into here, and then doing some smelting up here, which I think it's not a bad idea. Certainly worth a bit of a play around. But yeah, that's a little bit of ways. Now, gosh, what I'm actually thinking is we could add another lane here, or I could just bring a lane sort of down here, and then we can bring the new iron ore over to here. We can do some smelting. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. All right, I'm going to do that. Now I don't want to touch in over here. I've got to make sure I still touch in where we are here. So let's have a quick check on our alignment, and I think this is actually pretty good. So let's drop this down to 1. Let's drop this down to 1 line. Maximize our landfill. So this way, yeah, it's actually we're not using any more than we would be if we were extending the other land bridge. We're just pretty low on this. All right, and in we get. Let's kill everything that we come across in our path here. You know what? I'm lazy. I'm very surprised I didn't injure that. But hey, we're lucky. All right. How are things looking down here? We're not really triggering much attacks down here, which is really good. Don't get me wrong, it's fantastic. So yeah, that's a bonus. These guys are working. Yeah, they do have stuff to mine. They're just this one does not though. How are you going? You've still at 3.5k. All right. So I think now that should be exactly. It's not exactly. We are missing one because we took one off here, and in fact, well, that works out really well because we'll put one here. So now these ones will go the other way. All right. And hopefully we can get easily another belt out of this. What's that? That's 24. We just need 6 more. And there, whoops. And there, and then 6 more. How are you looking? 29k. Actually, that's not bad. That's not bad. We do want to kind of even that up. Which is just a little bit an odd position to be in. This is quite rich. It's quite rich. All right. So these ones now, we kind of need to feed them around the top so that we can get them around. Yeah. All right. Let's move you, because that's just a really awful position for you to be in. And you go there. And then this guy here will come around here, and tough luck if we wanted to belt some ammo around here. But again, we're not having any issues at the moment with attacks down here, which is nice. And yes, bagless. I will be making green efficiency modules, so that's something I shall be doing. Let's make sure we've got stuff coming in. We do. All right. Yes, I will be making efficiency modules. I'm going to give it a whirl. You don't. I certainly don't use them. In fact, I dare say I've never installed an efficiency module in all my time playing Factorio. So it's going to be interesting. I've personally never found a reason to install them, but apparently they will save us from doing a lot of pollution, and that is ridiculous. I forgot to bring belts with me. I'm an idiot. I am an idiot, but. Hopefully we'll have a bunch of miners. Is it quicker? I think it's probably quicker to run on the straight line. Yeah, we don't have to do that kind of bit, but running this way would have been on belts, so yeah, it's, half a dozen of one, 6 of the other. Yeah, attacks are still going fine. We're still not seeing wall damage, which honestly amazes me. As soon as we start getting wall damage, I think that's when we need to invest into our construction robots for automated repair. But as it stands, we're just in a great position. We are in a great position. So let's go over here to our mall and get the things that we need. We might as well do a quick check of other things. So we definitely need those, and now I see a problem that we're too much ammo. We've got too much ammo on us, which is crazy. Look at that iron getting hammered. So let's do that, and that'll help the iron go through there. We'll grab some more belts. Yeah, let's grab a few more of those. Splitters were okay. Undergrounds, I wouldn't mind have a double stack of undergrounds. Pop those back in there. We definitely need some more of these. Get another 50 of them. Assemblers we're actually fine on. We've probably got one too many, if I'm being honest. And we've got a bunch of crap that we need to get rid of. Specifically these things. Let's go for a run past our furnace setups and get rid of a bunch of that stuff. That ores and coal. All right. Now we have belts. I don't need more mines. We're only doing one more. We're only doing one more line from down here. There we go. And hopefully we can get rid of this stone. Yeah, beautiful. All right, perfect. We've got a little bit of coal, just because of the setting I've got set up for on even distribution. So yeah, if I haven't said it before, Shift C is a part of even distribution. It's a cleanup, inventory cleanup, and you can set up to automatically get rid of any items you want. You can, by default, all the raw resources are set, but you can add anything you want. Now at this point, I probably realised that I could have been putting down some. Rail, some of this behind me as I was coming down here, but it doesn't actually matter. I've got to run all the way up here anyway, and I'm running on the belt, so it's all the same. It's all the same. There we go. All right. Then we kind of we'll just bring it into the middle, and then There is our alignment. All right. So iron. So this iron we will smelt. We'll still. I think we'll still use regular furnaces. We're kind of at the point where we could be upgrading some stuff, which is kind of interesting. These trees are still pretty powerful anti-pollutions, but I think we're going to be getting into green circuits soon, so let's just make my life a little bit easier. Okay, so let's bring you around here. Thank you, autosave. Always there to make life more difficult. Alright, so if we bring it over here, and we do some smelting over here, actually let's leave a bit of rooms in case we want to bring something else in here. Alright. Okay, so now we're over here. What I don't have is a setup actually making these, because we're not actually ready to make them yet, are we? Alright, well that is interesting. What do we actually need to make these? We need red circuits. Well, we've got coal here though. We've got coal here, so it's not, all is not lost. All is not lost. We can make some of these. We can make a lot of these. Which means that we'll be able to do a much smaller setup. Because if we just make 24, that's a full belt. 20, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's actually a full belt. Actually, a full belt. Okay, and we're going to do it here. So it'll be. Let's run it this way. All right, let's run it this way. Let's think about some spacing so we maximize the area we've got here. These are the same size, so it doesn't matter. But we'll need, this will be our limiting factor here, meaning that the first row can't start until here. All right. And so somewhere here is going to be where it is, but we also obviously have a limiting factor with this water that we don't want to destroy the water because that's where our pipe's coming from. So that's our setup. That's our setup. We want to bring some coal in. We do want to bring some coal in like this. Okay, there we go. Our setup is complete. And you go that way, you go this way. There we go. All right. And then we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is that 12? 13. Turns out I can't count. Then same thing over here. Kind of the same thing over here. There we go, perfect. All right. All we need to do is bring this iron in. Bring this iron in to here-ish. Whoops, no, that was fine. That was fine. That was a fine line. And then bring this copper. We'll just do that, and because it has to come down to here, and then it goes into here. All right. Now that is nice and simple. Nice and simple. There we go, and then you go in there, and out we go. All right. So this iron is all 100% going to go into. Where is that? 100% going to go into our circuits. Circuits, man. I'm struggling to think and place down these copious amounts of inserters. There we go. All right. It's tight. It's compact. Perfect. And we can get some power over here. Of course we can't. It never works. It never works. Well, actually, hang on. What we could do is we can just upgrade this one, I think. Yeah, there we go. Maybe? Yeah, okay. All right. This is what you get for trying to talk while you're doing these things. Not paying any attention. There we go. There we go. Okay. So if my calculations are correct, this will be a full belt. Now, is everything facing the right way? That one's not. Those guys started making some steel. Everyone else is doing something wrong. They're also making steel. All right. My bad. Sorry, guys. There you go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, perfect. So now that we have that, now we need to go and we need to figure out this copper. We need to figure out this copper situation. 200 miners. 200 miners, pretty good. We're gonna need a lot more belt and a lot more. That's a lot of belt. Probably shouldn't have grabbed that much. There we go. All right, something like that. What do we got? We got 1.2k belts. That's pretty good. We are going to need. What am I was running over here for something. Landfill. That's it. All right. 300 landfill. Okay. Let's. We're gonna need. We're gonna need 2 belts. We're gonna need 2 belts of. 2 belts of this stuff. What's going on with this? Research is just going. So if we are going to be doing this successfully, we've actually got power floating up here already, which is nice. Yeah. Yeah, this. I'm okay with it. Okay. Let's just do our thing. Do I have enough firearm magazines? Maybe not. Maybe not, but that is okay. All right. So this is part of the area that we don't want to join up to. So believe it or not, I don't want to start from up there. I want to start from down here. And we do need 2. We do need 2 of these, but I say I need 2, but I don't know if I've got enough landfill to actually get there with 2. So let's just do 1 for now. We can always put 1 in on the way back. Now, interestingly, that might be close enough for spitters. Ooh. Someone's attacking our power pole. That actually doesn't matter, believe it or not. Because if you remember, we have oil. We have oil power. Oil burner? Oil burner, that's the one. Oil burners happening at our mining setup. Yeah, this is actually nice. We'll save a little bit. Save a little bit here. Come through here. Yeah, look, that's again we can cheese it with a couple like that. There we go. All right. Excellent. All right. Now, what I want to do here though is let's rearrange this a wee bit. There we go. All right. We'll get our here and we'll clear out this bit. Let's do a quick evolution check. 0.4. Okay. 0.4. These actually allow creep a little bit better too because they've got longer range. They actually have quite a time to turn around. That's interesting. Okay, that was really easy, wasn't it? I've got to say. Somehow where did those spitters come from? I hope they didn't spawn over that other place. Anyway, if they spawned from over here and came around there already, that would be worrisome. But I think they were probably these actually take a while to mine. I think they probably were just part of a crew that was coming ready to attack us. But that is okay. All right. This is a nice patch. We've got a little bit of cliff that we can use for defenses as well, which is pretty handy. So let's just start with our defenses, and we'll do a couple, and I don't know, a couple like this. Where is that? Okay, I was wrong. That was our underground. That was our underground. That was our underground pipe, which kind of sucks. Kind of sucks a lot. All right. And then we'll just need a couple down here. There we go. Okay, this is a pretty good setup. Remember to keep hovering over something as I'm running so that we get all this stuff set over as far as possible. All right, well, that'll do. That'll do. All right, now we just pop down some walls, even though walls probably aren't even required with these super powerful turrets. It just feels right. It just feels right. Just feels right. I feel like that I might have set that area up for a bit of a mistake. If you can pick it, good for you. But yeah, there's definitely an issue where we might get someone being able to spit there without us being able to reach them, which is why I think these ones are actually also poorly positioned. Because I think if they're right here, they actually make the distance anyway. Is that just? I'm just double checking to make sure that's still in that same area, because we'll go fix that later. But for now, it's fine. And then if this one here kind of comes out like this, and we'll just have a couple here, we'll be fine. That'll be fine. All right. This is an incredibly well defended area now. Of course, I don't have any power here. But we should be able to get power. Let's set it up properly first, and just see how we go. All right. 1.4K seems enough to me. And can we get one here? Yeah, we can. Ooh. Just realized that we want to have another gap. Oh, that actually works out really nicely, doesn't it? 4K. All right, we're definitely going to easily be able to get a few belts out of this. That's 38. That's another 6. That's 44. All right, there's 2 belts. That is 2 belts. Let's just see. We've got 12 here, so we need 18 out of this, which will be to here. There we go. All right, so this is 1 belt coming from here and here. In fact, and now that I think about this, we do have some mining productivity as well, so that's actually more than 1 belt, but it'll even out in the wash. It'll even out in the wash. All right, and you come around this way if you wouldn't mind. Let's not go that close to the miners because I want to put some power poles there. Alright, and then if you go this way, you'll have a full belt as well. Alright, and there's 2 full belts. If I had power. Which I don't have power just yet, but it's only a matter of time. Let's start with one on that alignment. There we go. Alright. And we'll try and make this look somewhat neat, shall we? There we go, there we go. Was that one, and then we'll need another one up here, which doesn't quite follow our nice little neat arrangement, but hey, you can't win them all when it comes to mining. But you can try and make it as nice as possible. All right, there we go. All right, let's get you to come up here. Like this and like this, and then of course that one is now wrong. All right, so two belts. There we go. There's 1, and there's 2, and I see now that we're actually going to need to extend that another way that way. All right, so you, my friend, come over here. And we'll start you up. Now let's try and work this out, shall we? That's actually a really good location for it, because you're going to reach over to this island, aren't you? Quite easily, except I need a spot where you'll actually fit. The problem with going in these islands is that it's not a we don't end up with a nice straight run. There we go. Angles, man, angles are the worst. Okay, and then you'll come into here, and then we're good. Then we're good. Now let's figure out how we're going to do this power business. All right. These belts are killing me now. So it's that one there. We will need a couple there, and then do something like that, I think. And there we go. Look at that. We're working on it. We're working on it. Doing what we can with the little amount of stuff that we have. And where was that? Did I get that one right? I did. All right, that's fine. We probably do have enough landfill to make this not an issue, but you know, I want this to work. I want this to work. You're definitely gonna be able to kick around here somewhere. Yeah, way up here, and almost to the edge, which is nice. Landfill there. Damn, we were so close. Oh no, oh, man, the misclicks. If I'm one landfill short at the end, that's going to be very depressing, isn't it? All right, that is not a land that we want to touch, so let's not touch there. And you, my friend, are right next to where we are. There we go. All right, all this for some copper, hey? If I had more landfill, I wouldn't need to be doing this, would I? There we go. You there and there. Perfect. All right, and then we're home. And now we're home. Okay, so now that we're home, we need to make some. What's going on? Why is our material processing not working? What are we missing? Plastic. We are missing plastic. Now I know why we're missing plastic. Do you remember those? Remember those warnings we were seeing before? Yep, that's right. I totally forgot. That's what we need it for. Let's go fix that up so we actually have some petroleum coming in. And while we're doing that, let's get this power situation going. And you know what? Power's going to yell at me again. I forgot to put a radar up there, didn't I? I sure did. All right, I sure did. Look at that. No radar at all. Anyway, we've got to go up there again because how are we doing for time? 33 minutes. Well, we got to go up there again because I want to get another line. I got another line of copper plate coming in because one line isn't enough for one belt of green circuits. We need 1.5. We need 1.5 for a full belt of green circuits. So at this point, it's a little more important that we get our blue science back up and running, I think, than it is to be worried about that. Because yeah, this is not going particularly well, is it? Is there any research we can do that's meaningful? Probably not going to be using accumulators. Explosives, cliff explosives aren't really that necessary either. Modules, actually, because I did want to get efficiency modules. So let's temporarily halt that because we can't do anything while we don't have. Excuse me. We can't do anything while we don't have any blue science coming in anyway. So let's just get those modules being crafted. Not crafted, researched. Should do a power check while I'm here too. Power's quite low because nothing's happening because of our lack of pipe. Lack of pipe. All right, here we are, and there we go. Is that are we back up and functioning? We are. We are functioning again. Now, this area here, you know what? I'm going to do something a little bit crazy. We're just going to protect it by doing this. but I do need to do that. Is there some spawners here, or what's going on? No, there's just some guys stuck there. That's all right. All right. So I think four of these should be fine to guard this pipe, especially if we give it just a little bit of a wall. Like, they're not even getting anywhere near us at this point. Yeah, that's just a little kink there. There you go. So that should protect this. Like, I think that amount of dudes should easily be taken care of by our things here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, petroleum is back up and running. Interestingly, I haven't put a pump there. That is something that I really should have. There we go. Otherwise, it takes too long for the fluids to get out of there. Okay, now why aren't you working? Have we lost more? Lost more? All right. We need to. I need to fix this. I need to fix this before we go to the next episode. Let's trace this back. So we have no crude here. We have no crude. Still no crude. I should probably get in the car because it's probably a problem at the refinery, isn't it? All right, let's give me some ammo in here because I don't like running around without ammo. How are we doing here? No crude, no crude. All right, what's happening up here? What's happening up here? You know what? I remember shifting that. That is a disaster, isn't it? Look at that. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Those little things. Now is that all connected now? Oh, it's still not connected. Still not connected. Well, there we go. All right. And you know what? I'm going to pull this out now, just so that we don't have any chance of burning that. And now there we go. Crude is flowing again. So that's why I remember doing that quite an episode. It's got to be 2 episodes ago. So that's how long we haven't had petroleum coming in. We've just been using our reserves, which is a little bit sad, isn't it? Oh man, I'm like, that was a collision. Was it? I can't get out. Repair. I was collision fixation, target fixation. That's what it's called. You want to try and miss something, but you keep staring at it, so you end up going straight for it. All right. Well, after that terrible ending to the episode, but I think, like, at the start of the episode was really good. We've got our iron coming in, and we've got turning that into iron plate. We've now got 1 lane of copper coming in. So next episode we'll get our 2nd lane of copper. I should look to see whether that actually has copper on it. It does, yeah. So we are mining, which is great. We'll get a 2nd lane in. We'll make two smelting columns, hopefully with our advanced materials processing. Because now that we have, yeah, look at that, we've got some blue coming in now. Now that we have petroleum back in, yep, we've got plastic flowing. All right. All in all, I'm pretty happy with our progress there. So next episode we'll get green circuits and red circuits, I think. Maybe that's a bit ambitious, but we will need to make a bunch of electric furnaces. We're probably going to need to up our power. Yeah, I think it might be a bit ambitious to say we're going to get all that done, but that's going to be our aim. And with that, I think we're then probably ready to start tackling. Well, we'll get purple science because purple science is easy, but once we have a good supply of circuits, we can start eking out a very small amount of yellow science. And the sooner we get that up and running, the better. I really should pause that while we're doing this because I don't want to let the biters evolve for no reason. Yeah, so I'm feeling pretty good. Again, we haven't stirred up too many biters. And if we can get efficiency modules to put in all these new miners that we've put in, that'll also keep the pollution down and hopefully hopefully we just don't have to face too many biters until we're well and truly ready. And maybe at the end of the game, we'll, if we launch a rocket, we can have a play around with some stuff after that. But I do want to launch a rocket and get that feeling of completion from Rampant. But, most importantly, I want to thank my patrons and see you tomorrow.